What's happening, guys? Safety Liner C2 here. This has been a very heavily requested bus. Don't forget that there is a video request form in the description of each video, along with my email, the links to vehicles, terrains, all that stuff. So if you're ever in need of something, check the description. And yeah, so. Yeah, this is Origin's 2017 IC RE. It has not been updated since the last time I've used it. But a lot of people really liked it, including me. And y'all have been wanting to see a lot of this. And I just haven't, so yeah. So, hope you guys are having a great day so far. My day has been kind of slow, you know? And today's Thursday, but it really does not feel like Thursday. Like seriously, yesterday felt like Monday. So I guess that's good. Oh, also, I'm on Baker Ranch, if anyone was wondering. But, yeah. You know, I was at Sonic today grabbing some lunch. And if you've never been to Sonic, it's pretty much just a drive-in restaurant. So you pull up to a stall, and then you know, they'll come and serve you food. So I'm sitting in my stall, and this Sonic, out of all the Sonics I've gone to, this one pretty much has the best customer service, and the food is always consistently good. And yeah, but there was this lady there today who I hadn't seen before, not that I recall. And she comes walking out with my food like a minute after I order it, so I'm already happy. And I already have the window down, and she walks up to my truck. She's like, "I see you." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, oh, what'd she say? She's like, "I saw you hiding over there." And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm so serious. I'm not making this up. That's what she said. And I'm sitting there just like, I have no idea what you mean, but this is really, really weird. And, yeah. So, that happened. Okay, this bus is a little bumpy. Or maybe it's this terrain. Probably both. Let's see, what else? My brother got a job at Taco Cabana, and he starts tomorrow. He's really excited about it. He's working some night shifts this whole weekend, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, from like 5 to 11 each night. And he's working with friends. He has, like, I think he said 4 friends that work there. And it's kind of a double-edged sword, the way you look at it. It's like, great, you have 4 friends who work with you, so you're like constantly around them, but then whenever you actually do need to do something, you can be screwing around and maybe not be able to get it done. But interesting story. His interview went kind of like mine for my job. He said that he went in and talked to the manager, and she asked him, well, what made you want to come work here? And he's like, oh, I know 4 people here. And she's like, oh, okay, you're hired. Just like, I'm like, is everywhere really like this? Are there no such thing as formal interviews like everyone has been warning us for? So, yeah, and then I'm like, he's talking to me about this because he seems really excited. So I'm sitting here and I'm talking to him about, you know, what the pay and benefits, stuff like that, you know. And I look at him and I'm like, what'd you wear? I don't see anything. I don't see anything in the dirty clothes pile. He's like, oh, I just wore this. And I'm like, oh my god, you're kidding, right? And he's like, no. And he wore a tie-dye shirt with a cat on it and baggy black jeans. And I'm just like, really? Really? I mean, I'm not. Okay, whatever. Fine. Do what you want. I'm glad you got the job, but you're gonna have to be a little more professional next time, you know? Let's see. I had to give a presentation Monday night. It's only like a little 5-10 minute thing, but it's still like, I gotta do that for like 6 more. I think I got 6 more that I have to give. They're all the same presentation, and then it's like, oh gosh, okay. So that's just gonna lead us back to where we were, but, yeah, so I had to go to this place to give this little spiel. I'm getting a phone call. I don't know who this is from, though. 4689. Let's answer it. Hello?
Hey, this is Jensen.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey, are you home?
Yeah.
Can I talk to Mom?
She's not home.
Okay. Tell her I'm out still riding, and I'm gonna just go home whenever Russell goes home.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Okay, well. Let's see. Yeah, I have to give these little spiels, and it's like, I have to go to this location, and these people have to fill out paperwork, and then it has to be signed by someone else. And I've been doing these spiels for the past, 3-4 years maybe, and I've always had someone else come with to sign off, but no one is coming with this year, and it's just me, which means that I have to go back and forth between multiple locations each night. So, for example, this place that I went Monday night, it was only it's like 5 miles from here. So I went over there, I did my spiel, I was over there for probably half an hour, and then I had to go back over to the other location to get my guy to sign it off. So that's 10 miles, because that place is also 5 miles away from me on the other direction. And then I had to go back to the first location so that I could get so that I could give them the paperwork. And then I remembered that I'd promised someone some other paperwork from location 2, so I had to run home and grab that paperwork. And then I went back to location 2, and then I had to get gas, and then I came home. And it's like I'm running back and forth, so I'll be literally 4 places in one night within an hour and a half. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, my brother also, his phone stopped working last night. It was really weird. I walk in and he's like, "Hey, can you fix my phone?" And I'm like, "Okay, I can try." And he has an iPhone 6 Plus, and says that his phone just restarted itself randomly, and it pretty much just did a factory reset from what I could tell. So it got on the first page where it's like, it gives you all the, it's like, hello, hola, or, just all those things. And then the first thing it wants you to do is set up Wi-Fi. So we put in our Wi-Fi password, and it's like, incorrect password. And I'm like, no, it's not. I know that for a fact. So then I try setting up a hotspot on my phone, and I put in the password, and it's like, incorrect password. And I'm like, this is really pissing me off now. And we try this, we mess with it for like an hour or so, until we're eventually like, okay, well, we need to take this in. So I have the idea of, okay, well, I have some old phones that I might be able to give you to use. Let's try that. So I pull out a couple phones. I have 3 old phones. And I'm like, okay, let me see your phone so I can change the SIM card from this phone to this phone. So I take his SIM card out, and I get the first phone, which was an old phone that had been reset, and it was completely clear. It was my mom's phone, so like I didn't really care what happened to it, but And then I realized I took the SIM card out of that phone, and they're 2 different sizes. So I'm like, okay, well crap, that doesn't work. Let's get another phone. So I grab the second phone, I take that SIM card out, and it's still not the same size. Okay, well, third time's a charm, let's try that. Nope, still doesn't work. So then I'm like, okay, well, I should be able to log on to Verizon's website and do it from there. Okay, well, let's try that. So I get onto Verizon's website and I look around and I couldn't find it at first. And after doing some digging, let's try this. After doing some digging, I find activate a different device on an existing number, something like that. So I'm like, okay, well, perfect. This is exactly what I want. So it's like, enter your old phone, enter your SIM card number, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. So I typed all that in, and then it's like, enter your new phone information, and I type in all of that, and it's like, enter in the SIM code, or the SIM card ID from your new phone. And I'm like, okay. So I type in that number, and it's like, error. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just try again. And I type it in again. Maybe I typed it wrong. I type it in again, and it's like, error. So I'm like, okay, well, crap. So now, I'll look at the phone, seeing what's wrong with it, and it kind of changed it. It like halfway worked. It got like 50%, because the number it recognized that the phone was under that number, but the SIM card wasn't working, so I couldn't text or call or no data or anything, but it recognized that the phone was under there, which was kind of strange. So, yeah, that happened. Time 12:12. Okay. Come on. There we go. So, my dad, for work, he's kind of like, how do I explain this? They do a lot of interviews with his organization, and he's generally the person that they will interview. And I knew that he did, like, newspapers. Like, I had seen a couple newspapers and articles, but I had never seen a TV interview with him. And he sent me a link last night. He was like, oh yeah, I did an interview for the newspaper and a TV interview for this thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he sends me a link, and I'm watching it, and it's like, it only shows like 10 seconds of him talking. It's just a short clip from an interview that probably lasted 20 minutes. And it was weird just seeing my dad on TV. It's like I normally don't see him in the professional sense, I guess is how I would say it. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's just really weird. It's kind of like an alter ego, I guess. It's just like, I don't know. So then, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to see if I can find some other interviews, some other video interviews. So I do a search, and I found a radio interview where it's like 5 minutes of him talking to this guy, and it's just so weird, just like, you know, I I don't know how to explain it. I really don't. Like, it's such a weird feeling, just like, oh, hey, I've seen myself on TV once or twice, and it's like, oh, hey, that's me. But it's like, oh, that's my dad, you know, and hundreds of thousands of people saw him, you know, while I was just in the background, and I could just make myself out because I knew where I was standing at the time, you know. So, yeah, that was pretty, I don't want to say awkward or strange, or I guess strange is a good word, but it's unexpected. I don't know. It would have been really weird if I was just sitting at home and I happened to, you know, I was just scrolling through the channels, and then I find the news, and it's just like, they start talking, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere he just shows up on the TV, just like they show that like little 10-second clip, and I'm just, that would be really weird, and I hope that never happens. Like, that would freak me out. I would be caught off guard. Like, okay, we gotta take this on that hammock, guys. Or, hammock, Mount Shell. That's what we gotta do. We're gonna do that sometime. That ought to be good. Whoa. Have the clowns come for you guys yet? Are they over in your area? There's been reports that they're coming to each of the schools over here. Or my two younger brothers, who are in middle school, they're freaking the you know what out. But yeah, so like I've seen one of the clowns. When I was in McDonald's, it was Ronald McDonald, but ha 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 ha, that was so funny. Don't laugh at that, please. Yeah. And one thing I have noticed is whenever Harambe was around, the clowns weren't. I'm just saying. Just saying. Let's see if we can make it through this thing. Oh man, I barely missed it. Wait, hold up. Now how does that work? How does that work? This is clearly smaller. This is noticeably smaller. Can I go through this way? Now, why can you go through... Well, I guess since that is the front right there. Now, can I come out? Now, what the heck is that? What's that right there? I swear, ROR's strange sometimes. Whoa, whoa. Okay, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'm going to try and get another video recorded so that I can have some stuff to upload. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe right down here. It's a magical red button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Diner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, over here, or over here. I don't know where they put it down and where they put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up, or the clowns are going to come for you. And make sure you also share this video with a friend. Show it to your mom, show it to your dad, show it to a guy on a random street. I don't care, don't get raped. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. And thanks for watching.